Hi guys! Welcome to the first video of my channel. I'm so excited. I wanted to start off with a go-to look of mine I've literally worn for years and years. It's mainly a warm crease with a winged liner. It's pretty simple and it goes with so many things. So let's get started. To start off, I'm applying some Sephora Instant Moisturizer all over my face. I love this moisturizer, especially since it's winter and my skin can get a little dry. It moisturizes my skin without making it feel too heavy or too greasy. Next, I'm going to blend out just a dab of the Photo Finish Primer by Smashbox all over my face, and then add some pore filler from NYX, mainly around my nose since my pores tend to be a little bit bigger and more noticeable there. For foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Vanilla. First, directly applying it to my face, then spreading it out with a Real Techniques foundation brush. Then, using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to pounce it all over my face to blend everything out. Going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Warm, I'm going to first apply it in a triangular shape under my eyes, on my forehead, and a little bit on my chin and above my lip, then blend it out with that same damp beauty blender. I was really hesitant to buy this concealer at first because it is really kind of pricey, but I can't live without my concealer, so I definitely had a splurge moment, but holy crap, is it amazing! If you're someone who loves to highlight with your concealer like I do, then you should definitely try this out. It's so light, but covers so much and blends out beautifully. Wherever I put that concealer, I'm taking the NYX HD Banana Powder and just a setting brush from Real Techniques and applying that powder very lightly over my concealer. This powder also kind of brightens the concealer too, which is really good. My Ride or Die used to be the matte powder from Rimmel, but I think this is just taking its place, which I really thought would never happen. Moving on to brows. I'm going to first brush through them with the spoolie end of the Macro Brow from NYX. Then as I start filling them in, I first make really small strokes at the front and start using the pencil to correct my brow shape. My brows naturally get smaller towards the front, so I'm making them a tad bit bolder and more of a rounded square shape at the front, if that makes any sense at all. Then, using just an angled brush and some brow powder, also from NYX in the shade Ash, I'm just dragging that through just to add a little bit more definition and make them a tad darker. This is one of my favorite steps of doing my brows. I'm taking the Urban Decay concealer I used earlier with a Real Techniques definer brush and just getting a little bit of the concealer off the applicator and then just applying it underneath my brow. Then I just blend the concealer down with my ring finger. Then I'm going to conceal my eyelids and blend it out with the Beauty Blender and set it using shadows from the Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay in the shades Foxy and Walk of Shame. Doing some touch-ups on my brows, then setting them with the NYX Control Freak Gel to make sure all the hairs go the way I want them to. do a little eyebrow dance, have a little sweet tea, then onto the eyeshadow. I'm first going in the crease with a bronzer from Shany Cosmetics in the shade Inspire. This shade is really too orange tone for me to use as a bronzer, but I always use it as a transition shade just to help all the eyeshadows blend out. On that same brush, I'm adding a little bit of the Hoola bronzer from Benefit just as a darker bronzy shade. On just any fluffy brush, I'm going in with a light mahogany red shade from the Shany Cosmetics 88 Nude palette and buffing that in using a combination of circular and back and forth motions to really get that blended. Then, with a Morphe 330 crease brush and the color Sable from the Lorac Pro Palette, I'm going to concentrate that right in the crease. This brush is bomb for any eyeshadow in the crease. It literally does all of the blending work for you, for real, not even joking. Using the shade Cream from that same palette in my finger, just taking that color and patting it all over the lid. And of course, an eyeshadow dance break is necessary. I'm taking a darker mahogany red shade from that same Shany palette on a pencil brush and putting it right in the outer V and a little along my lash line just to deepen everything more and making sure to blend, blend, blend. Starting my eyeliner with my favorite matte liquid liner from NYX, I'm going to start drawing a thin line all across my eye to begin with, then flick it out for the wing, then go back on itself to connect the wing with the liner. This liner is so easy to apply and dries completely matte. I mean, could you really ask for anything more of a liquid liner? For the lower lash line, first applying that Shany Cosmetics bronzer, and then the dark mahogany red shade with the pencil brush. Then I really felt like it needed a little more pop of something, so I went back to the Lorac Pro Palette and used the black eyeshadow very lightly right in the V and on the outer third of my lower lash line to give it a little, something something. And boom, we got lashes. Going back to the face, with the NYX Contour Palette, I'm going to start contouring by making a line in the hollows of my cheekbones and blending everything up from there, and using whatever's left on the brush just around my temples and forehead. Now I'm adding a little bit of the Nude blush from Makeup Revolution on an e.l.f. blush brush. I decided I wanted to contour my nose a tad, so I'm taking the Naked 2 eyeshadow from the Naked Basics palette and just a small contour brush and lightly making my nose look a little straighter and more defined. This eyeshadow is really good because it's really gray tone, like it's a gray tone brown, so it looks really natural. As for highlight, I'm first going in with Spoon from Colourpop on a fluffy brush, This happens to be a Morphe 504 brush. Then I'm adding the highlight from the Naked Flush palette in Native from Urban Decay on the high points of my cheekbones, my brow bone, my nose, and my cupid's bow. And bam, we glowing. Baking my contour a bit with the HD powder I use to set my concealer just so it stays sharp and doesn't get muddy looking throughout the day. To blend my real lashes with my false ones, I'm coincidentally using the Maybelline Falsies mascara. I find that the wand on this mascara really gets in there and blends my eyelashes with the false ones to make it look more natural. And of course, making a weird face, I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash all on my bottom lashes. Buff away all of the powder that we used to bake. For the lip, I'm all about mauve nude colors, so I chose this NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in the color Soft Spoken. And there you have the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!